Dear students, welcome back. Today now we are going to see this inlet of thorax or superior aperture. So as we know that the upper end is narrow in the previous session. So the narrow upper end of the thorax, which is continuous with the neck, is called as inlet of thorax. This becomes the inlet of thorax. It is kidney shaped. Its transverse diameter is about 4 to 5 inches, whereas the AP diameter is about 2 inches. So this is the peak of lateral thing. So lateral side. So we can see only the AP diameter. The AP diameter is about 2 inches, whereas the transverse diameter is about 5 inches. Okay. This is about the inlet of thorax. And what are the boundaries of this superior aperture or inlet of thorax? Anteriorly by the upper border of the manubrium sterni. This is the manubrium sterni, the upper border of the manubrium sterni. So we can see the sternum here. So this is the body of the sternum. This is the xiphoid process. This forms the upper border of the manubrium. So it forms this border, superior border, upper border of the manubrium sternum, and the superior border of the thoracic vertebrae. Superior border of the thoracic vertebrae forms the posterior boundary, and on each side, the first rib on each side, the first rib forms the lateral borders of the inlet of thorax. Inlet of thorax. First rib with its cartilage. First rib with its cartilage. So this is the boundaries of inlet of thorax. Anteriorly, it is formed by the upper border of the manubrium sternum. Posteriorly, by the superior border of the body of the thoracic vertebrae. On the lateral sides, the first rib and its costal cartilages. Okay, the plane of the inlet is directed downwards and forwards. You can see here the plane of inlet. So that means it is not present as straight or like that, not as circle like that. No. So the plane of the inlet is downwards and forwards with an obliquity of 45 degrees. With an obliquity of 45 degrees. So the anterior part of the inlet, that is the manubrium sternum, lies 1.5 inches. So you can see the height 1.5 inches below the posterior part. This is the posterior part. When we see this manubrium sterni, this is 1.5 inches lower than that of the posterior part, so that the upper border of the manubrium sterni lies at the level of upper border of the third thoracic vertebrae. So the upper border of the manubrium sterni lies at the level of the upper border of the third thoracic vertebrae. Okay, so the plane of the inlet is directed downwards and forwards with an angle of 45 degrees, and the anterior part of the inlet lies 1.5 inches below with that of the posterior part, so that the upper border of the manubrium sterni lies at the level of the upper border of the third thoracic vertebrae. Okay, this is about the opening of this inlet and its boundaries. Okay, and diaphragm of the inlet of the thorax. Here the diaphragm means, so already we have seen that abdomen and the thorax is separated by a muscular partition called diaphragm. That muscle itself named as diaphragm. Here the meaning of the diaphragm is different. Don't confuse with that muscle. Okay, here the diaphragm means a thin sheet of layer, which separates thorax with that of the neck. So here a thin sheet of layer which separates thorax and the neck, that is called as subpleural membrane or Simpson's fascia. I have already mentioned in the shape of the thorax. So that is the diaphragm of the inlet of thorax. Now we will see that inlet of thorax in the next video. Thank you.